Welcome. Welcome to the Contemplative Meditation. I am Reverend Melissa McQueen-Simmons, the virtual pastor and spiritual director for Holy Ground Spiritual Center. It is my honor and pleasure to lead you today in our meditative meditation. We have the meditative or contemplative meditation every second Sunday. And this is a place for you to relax, reflect, rest, and write. Relax, reflect, rest, and write. And speaking of writing, I usually pull a card from this deck. And it becomes our writing prompt. So let me do that. First, I just pick a random card. And this card says, "What are my best qualities? What are my best qualities? What are my best qualities?" This question comes in handy when we have our moment of silence. And I'm going to insert it here. And I will also show you what it looks like. What are my best qualities? What are my best qualities? This is your journal prompt. I have added in some nature for us to listen to during this meditation. And this prompt is for those who are going to do some journaling. And this is also a good prompt for you if you decide during the silent component to have a thought to reflect on. So while we are here and getting settled, I want you to get comfortable wherever you are. I'm going to actually play the singing bowl to get us a little grounded, to go along with our nature in the background. Welcome to the contemplative meditation. Allow that to move and vibrate throughout your body. As we prepare for this meditation, I hope you have settled wherever you are. If you are laying, if you are sitting, if you are writing, if you are moving, if you are walking, however that be, bring attention to that so you can be settled. As we bring an attention to our posture, our movement of choice at this moment, allow yourself to set your sacred space. Create your space in a way that is authentic to your faith. Create your sacred space in a way that it welcomes and affirms everything you want in this space, in this room, in this air. You can do that various ways. Some of us may lift up the name of our ancestors that we want to share. You can also light a candle. I have a candle lit. I have an incense burning. I have a cup of water. I'm wearing my white. These are things that you can do to create sacred space for your ancestors and for you if you want to lift up some names into the universe. As we bring attention to our breath, let us be grateful and be thankful for this breath that represents life, this breath that allow us to be about time and space and energy, this breath that gives us opportunities to love and be loved, to help and be helped, to be in this world. So we have set the space, we have brought attention to our breath in gratitude. And for some may want to use a oil diffuser. That's another way to create create fragrance. If you're someone who uh, like to have fragrance in your space, because sometimes we definitely are connected in fragrance. So welcome. If you have been following us, you already know that we have been using this book, Interspiritual Meditation. Looks like I have the blur on my screen. We have been using interspiritual meditation, a 7-step process from the world's spiritual traditions. We have been using that. Okay, need to take that blur off. And this is what we have been using. And guess where we are right now? We're in our 7th step. We are in our 7th step. And as we reflect and prepare for this meditation, feel free to close your eyes if you'd like. Feel free to just listen and just be present. Be present in this moment. So we are in our step 7 of dedication. And the caption for this meditation And awareness is, may I serve all beings with compassion, peace, and wisdom. Feel free to say that out loud. May I serve all beings with compassion, peace, and wisdom. As you hear that, what does that mean to you? What would it look like for you to be one that show up in this world, around humanity, with the gifts that you have to offer, with compassion? What would it mean to show up in this world, around humanity, with the gifts that you have to offer for peace? What would it mean for you to show up in this world with the gifts that you have in wisdom? At this point in the process, we seal the deal. I'm reading on page 159 from this book. At this point in the process, we seal the deal and dedicate the merit of all that we have done for the happiness of all beings. The deal is the agreement we have made to ourselves in the previous steps to become healthy and happy, to live gratefully, to transform ourselves, to be compassionate, to be mindful, and to meditate on the profound truths of our existence, all for the larger purpose of infusing this world with compassion, peace, and wisdom. So we are in dedication. So we dedicate the benefits of all those previous steps and gifts and qualities and things we have learned before to our meditation. Whatever we have gained in meditation is dedicated to the health, happiness, transformation, and freedom of all beings, not just our own selfish health and happiness. The dedication is the logical conclusion of our understanding that each thought, word, and action is a seed planted in our consciousness, just waiting to ripen in the future. Mindful that the quality of the fruit depends on the motivation, intention, and dedication with which the seed was planted. For our meditation to have the greatest possible effect in this world, it is imperative that each meditative session end with a dedication, with the planting of an intentional seed. Each meditation to be effective, it is imperative that it ends in a dedication with the planting of an intentional seed, with the dedication of planting an intentional seed. As you look into your being, your mind, your body, your spirit, as you look at what you do now in this world, How can you show up in the service of others with compassion? How can you show up in the service of others with peace? How can you show up in the service of others with wisdom? As we think about meditation and all the steps that we have done previously, motivation, gratitude, transformation, compassion, mindfulness, meditation, all of those are wonderful and are necessary as we move into the dedication part. It takes time to meditate. It takes commitment. Some days you may be able to meditate 2 minutes, and some days hours, allowing yourself to sit or rest or walk or move in intentional space, listening to who you are, listening and paying attention to the gifts that you have been given, listening and preparing to be the best you can be, listening and hearing as you think about how you can be one of service for humankind. And all of that could be in vain if you have no idea of being intentional about the seed you want to plant. How appropriate is it to talk about the seed we desire to plant during this quarter? We have shifted into the spring quarter when it comes to Mother Earth and nature, as some of us are planting seeds for our gardens, as some of us have started seeds on the inside, waiting to bring them out when the temperature is just right. And as you planted those seeds, I'm pretty sure you had the intention of growing a healthy, vibrant plant. And some of us plant seeds that are businesses in which we hope that they grow into vibrant and prosperous businesses that thrive. Some of us have children that we have created or acquired or obtained or adopted or foster, and we hope that the words and the values we teach them, they grow into a thriving and prosperous human being. And some of us can think about the seeds that were planted within us. Hopefully, those that reflect compassion and love. And with those seeds that were reflected in us in compassion and love, we are able to express compassion and love and empathy during this time. This is one way to be intentional about the seed that you plant. And as we think about the intentionality of what we are planting from what we hear, what we receive, or what we know about who we are and what we're supposed to do in this world, we're able to share and create this seed in hopes that peace shows up as it grows, as it thrives, as it is shared with humankind. What does peace look like for you, even in the midst of what is happening in the world today? We still can plant and be intentional about our peace and the peace that we share with others. What does peace look like for you today? I have appreciated hearing the birds come out and sing and make music throughout the morning and day. I find peace in that. I find peace in just knowing and believing that even in the midst of the noise happening around us, from our economy to education to politics, I find peace knowing that I have people who love and care about me. I have gifts that I can release and I know about into this world. I have purpose. I am worthy to be here. I am necessary for humankind as I share compassion, as I share my intentionality for peace. With all the things that I have given up and sacrificed to be present, to hear, to be motivated, to be thankful in my life's practices. What does peace look like for you? At some point, we have experienced love, we have shared compassion, and sometimes it may not work the way we desire. At some point, we have shared peace and received peace, and in full transparency, sometimes things are disrupted. What I like about being intentional and mindful about your meditation and how you're going to share up and serve in this world with compassion and peace is the wisdom part. How wisdom reminds us that sometimes we may have to do something a little different. Our wisdom reminds us that sometimes things aren't always going to be perfect. Our wisdom reminds us that even if we don't get it right the way we want to the first time, there are people around us. There are stories that we can revisit There's a faith that we have that will remind us that things can be okay. So as you think about how you're serving in community, bring your compassion, bring your peace, bring your wisdom, bring your wisdom. As we sit and reflect on what that looks like, be mindful of what you already know to be true. We're about to sit in a moment of silence in which I guide us through a meditation as we reflect on what it looks like for us to serve all beings with compassion, with peace, and with wisdom. Hmm. Visualize what it would feel like to see each of us loving each other. What does that look like for you? I'm going to use a body scan to allow you to move throughout the various parts of your body, imagining how you would use your body to be of service, beginning with your root, your feet, your ankles, your calf. Where are you going? Who do you believe you are called to serve in this time and place? Where are you moving? Sometimes our mind can tell us to be one place, but our body pulls us in another. What do you feel your body calling you to do? As we move to our hips and we think about our creativity, as we think about what we are planting, the seed we are planting right now in this world, are you using your creativity so it is an authentic seed? It is a seed like no other. Or are you looking at other seeds that you can duplicate because it's easy, because it's comfortable? And I'm looking at your hips, and we're moving to our tummy and our back. What is your gut telling you during this time? Our gut have a way of letting us know where our passion is calling us. And as I look at the back, who support you as you show up in compassion and in peace and in wisdom? who support you, who has your back. These are the people who check in on you. These are the people you can call at any time, and you know that they will have a word for you. These are the people you followed over the course of your life, whom you can read and remember and bring yourself to your faith and to your spirituality that you know has your back. As we move to our chest and our heart, is there anything pulling at your heartstrings right now where you know for sure if you went to that place or did research on this subject or encountered people that are pulling at your heartstrings right now, you would make great impact? Holy grounder, my friends, my family, moving in this ways with intentionality is one way to plant a seed that's going to create impact in this world. As we move to our shoulders, you do not have to carry the weight of this world on your shoulders. You have been given a task, you have been given an assignment, and you know what that is. You don't have to do anybody else's assignment. You don't have to show up pretending to be something different in your assignment. You just need to show up as you and do the assignment. And when the pressure is on, move. Let it go. Shift into self care. Shift into your happy place. Shift into a meditation where you can listen and hear a new way to do your assignment. Because times do get rough, times do get challenging. And I'm going to move to our neck and our throat as you share compassion and peace and your wisdom in this world. Don't be afraid to say things that you know will benefit humanity. Don't be afraid to repeat things from your ancestors that you know helped them and could help you thrive and can help the people that you serve thrive. How will you use your voice to be of service and compassion and peace and wisdom? And sometimes our wisdom will remind us that silence may be the best tool or the best practice at any given time. We're moving to our jaws and our lips, our nose, our ears, our eyes, our head, our brain. That's part of our wisdom. We've seen, we've heard, we remember, we've tasted, we've felt. Let's take all of that as we plant our seed in this world. All of that coming into the place of planting is definitely planting with intentionality so it can be dedicated in this world for the greater good. For those of you who are writing, the journal prompt was, what are my best qualities? This can definitely be a writing prompt for the rest of this week or this month. And I want you to sit in the things that I've shared. I will offer two more things before we depart. And there was something else I wanted to share in this book. Let's see here. So, as we have navigated these 7 steps, know that you can go through these steps at any given time, any given moment, even if you have completed the cycle, because all of these steps will have its purpose at any given time. Allow yourself to listen and hear. And let us make a pact with ourselves as we move into meditation, as we think about what it can be for us to serve all beings with the compassion and peace and wisdom. So let's begin by visualizing our friends, families, enemies, colleagues, and all beings that we can help vow to help alleviate suffering and achieve sustainable peace, love, and happiness. Let's visualize our family, our friends, our colleagues, our enemies, and all beings. And let's make a vow on how we can help alleviate suffering and achieve sustainable love, peace, and happiness. So we can go forth in this world and engage in this world with wisdom and compassion. So at this moment, let's make this silent vow. You can say, may I serve all beings with compassion, peace, and wisdom out loud. You can write it down so you can have it to look at later. You can take a picture of this or a screenshot so you can look at it. And when days and moments get cloudy and you wonder, am I doing everything I'm supposed to do in this moment, in this time, in this place? You say, may I serve all beings with compassion, peace, and wisdom. And you look at yourself and you say, am I? How can I? What can I do differently? Or you could say, yes, I am. And I'm grateful for the gifts that have been given to me during this time and during this place. We're going to now enjoy a moment of silence. May I serve all beings with compassion, peace, and wisdom. I'm going to read the Tanakh, number 6, 24 through 26. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord deal kindly and graciously with you. The Lord bestow favor on you and give you peace. May the divine of your understanding lead you and guide you and give you peace. Namaste.